Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I knew I will end up making a video on this subject because from the very first second I read the first announcement that the Ukrainians are creating that assault volunteer group or something like that. It was about a month ago or so. I said that group will not be what they say it is. I think, with no evidence, the only evidence I have is my experience and my intelligence plus my knowledge. I have great doubts that that group of volunteers, which will just all of a sudden grow to such a thousands of people. I said it in a video when I first read that kind of statement and announcement. And here we have it right now. We are just at the beginning of this thing, and it's already big. So this article comes from Ukrinform, and it is from today, the 11th of March 2023. 28,000 volunteer fighters apply to join Ukraine's assault guard, Klimenko says. Okay, so 28,000 Ukrainians that you didn't know they were available. You did all the general mobilization and all that, and a lot of people left the country. All of a sudden you didn't know you have, as of now, 28,000 that were available, able and willing. Not impossible, but I have my own doubts, and I think I can have my own doubts. Why? For the three reasons I mentioned at the beginning of this video. As many as 28,000 volunteer fighters have submitted applications since February to join Ukraine's assault guard, with almost all units already formed. I know, and I tell you why I know that. I suspect. I think they are speaking many languages. And not only they speak many languages, but a lot of them, the units already formed, already have ranks and commanders with ranks. I think they came already prepared as volunteers wherever they came from. This is my feeling, and I think I'm entitled to have gut feelings. And you know when we're going to find out? We're going to find out after all this thing is done, when we will be allowed to find out, because it's too late to do anything about it. And when I said anything about it, I'm talking about counter the propaganda. This is a war. Propaganda is in full swing on both sides, all sides. And these guys tell me, well, it's just a 28,000. They're already formed and already ready to go. No, my friends, I refuse to believe that. I refuse. First, I can't check it myself. Secondly, I don't believe what they say. Thirdly, in general, I don't believe whomever tells me, unless between me and the other entity, a relationship of trust was already established through, how do you call it, through a pattern, through, how do you call that, consequence, that's the word that comes, consistency, through a consistent pattern of telling the truth. That's how you establish, that the person tells you the truth. Or those guys over there, they didn't, I think they didn't honor the first one, which is they're, by default, I don't trust anybody, just to go like that. Secondly, you have to build, that's how it works in life. You have to build your trust. You have to work on it. You earn it, as I said. And thirdly, it's a war. What do you expect? And they lied before. So it's like everything goes against. It's like the boy who cried wolf too many times. But anyway, let's get going here. So Ukrainian Interior Minister Ihor Klimenko said this on Ukrainian television, according to Ukrinform. I'm quoting, we have already accepted 28,000 applications for volunteer fighters. First of all, applications were submitted through the Centers for the Provision of Administrative Service and through the respective website. Of course, not anyone gets into these units because the selection process is tough enough. Well, these guys, I'm going to tell you after I finish reading here. We have already started training almost all units at the training areas of our country, Klimenko said. Remember, the selection process is tough enough. Well, I got one more line here. He said the training would last as long as necessary so as to get combat-ready units of the National Guard, State Border Guard Service and National Police, all of them now called the Assault Guard. According to him, the units have mostly been formed. And I'm quoting, this unit, of course they were formed before they entered Ukraine. They were formed. They just changed clothes, put a Ukrainian flag patch on their left shoulder, and given an AK-47, dropped their regular weapon, and that's it. Sometimes wear masks, as you see them on the TV, and don't say a word. You're mute. All of you are mute. And I'm quoting, the units have mostly been formed, and today we are recruiting additional volunteer fighters so that we have a reserve for the future, Klimenko said. And you're gonna have. I think this is the covered supply of troops from outside, but we'll find out later. Now, they said, the Ukrainians, that they conducted a general mobilization when the Russians were ready to come on their horses with the swords on it, okay, and then with spears, or like that, however you wanna. So they said that. After that, they closed the borders for males, right, male population. But in the general mobilization, you don't accept certain kind of groups. It's an age, right, that you don't accept, and there's a reason why you don't accept that group, because it's hard to perform. You know, if you're 60 versus a 30-year-old, I think physically, if you just take him as average, it's a difference, that's for sure. This could be advantage in intelligence or not intelligence, you know, experience in certain areas, but on the other hand, there are other things that are reversed. So anyway, that's the reason why you don't take people over 60, all right? You don't mobilize them, or below 18, I was about to say 80, 18. Again, you don't mobilize people that have certain kind of physical disabilities or handicaps, physical, mental. You don't get them for the obvious reason, because they will not be able to perform as an old man or a too young person, able to perform properly. So when he says that the training is tough enough, how tough can that be if you have a volunteer? And if you have 28,000, all these guys that came to be volunteers are the ones that were not accepted did not fit the normal, definition in the first place. By the first definition, they could not. Some of them probably were exempt from other reasons. You know, maybe some of them were women. Some of them, I don't know. But from the very beginning, this is, and I'm not want to be no insult intended here. This is the bottom of the barrel, scraping over there. This is reality. These are not the first option. Okay, that's the reality. So when he talks about training them, imagine that you train an 80-year-old to go and fight against Mike Tyson. Just giving you Mike Tyson, the former heavyweight, who's like what, 56, 50 something right now. Even now, you can't. I mean, it's really, but I understand it's not the same thing. You can give them certain locations, positions where it's easier to just use the automatic weapon, or do this or do that. I understand. But then I don't want to hear anybody else criticizing those guys in Berlin in 1945 then. Because if you get all the guys that you're going to get, I'm pretty sure you're going to get old people here. Old people meaning, elder population. How do you want me to call it? Over 60. I mean, over 60, you're not young anymore, okay? This is reality. I'm not going to dodge, or if I go even lower. But anyway, 60. And I'm pretty sure they're going to get all kind of groups that were not initially accepted or whatever. They become more flexible and inclusive and diverse. But then they criticize what? From 1945 until now, they criticize the Germans. Oh, they had old people defending Berlin. Oh, they had the Hitlerjugend. Oh my God. I'm not defending them, but isn't kind of like when I do it, it's okay. When you do it, it's not okay. it sounds to me. But hey, they don't give too much detail on the requirements and actually who's going. They don't tell us they have to pass a certain kind of training or level to be accepted. Yeah, but if that's you have to do one push-up versus, I don't know, 30 push-ups, I can do a push-up if I'm 180. So there you go. Got it. We got it together. You know what I mean? Or a pull-up. I want to do a pull-up the same, a longer one. But it's gonna be possibly done. I mean, the Americans dropped their standards in pull-ups in the Marines. Go and check it out, just because they want to be inclusive. But those people go and fight Mike Tyson, and then you fight with some like this around you, and like, I'm gonna go in a mission, and I guarantee you, I don't return alive. They're gonna bring me, or you're never gonna hear from me. I love you. Tell the kids to be good, and see you never. Ciao. Clonk. That's it. Because you go with these guys. I know this guy cannot do a pull-up. I know that guy was not able to do a push-up. And I'm the commander of this kind of group. Hey guys, you know what? You go first, and I let you know what to do next. I'm gonna radio you, okay? Just go. Okay. Yeah, all right. Or okay, I'm going. Could you bring another Zimmer frame now? Yeah, I'm going now. Click, 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 click. What now is with the rolls? Or they go with the bzz, 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 bzz. Man, it's funny but it's serious and it's sad in the same time. But I can't keep a straight. I mean, I can't keep a straight face, but it's not. You know what I mean? See you later, guys. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.